This is exactly how she should look. I mean, look at that bounce. Do y'all see that? Guys, today is Christmas Eve, the day y'all have all been waiting for. I promised a 2-strand twist low manipulation hairstyle tutorial, and you will be getting that from me today. But before I do that, I have to go run some errands, pick up some gifts for some family members, and then go on about my day. I'm taking my Coach mini cranberry shoulder bag because I believe it just pairs well with pink for some reason, all while like wearing red too. You see, like in my keychain, you can see the red in it. I just think it's so cute. Like, that is a duo I never expected to be as cute as it is. Like, are you serious? I'm actually taking my Coach bag because I do have a matching wallet and I just want it to be, you know, matching today. But before I go, I am going to spritz myself because I like to smell good when I go out. My Valentino, just to smell good. It's important, okay, as a female. You make sure you smell good. My men too, all right? Make sure you smell good. Called by, however, it smells so good. It's like a winter scent. I know one of my teammates, she advised that the lighter version you should get during the springtime because it gives more like a sweet floral. But this right here gives very much like winter, like dark, warm, vanilla, you know what I mean? But an extra spice to really make you feel exclusive and rich, right? So I'm gonna spritz like 2 on there, like the miniature sizes too. I'm focusing on getting 1 by 1 because it's so tempting just to buy all of them at one time, especially like when you go into like Belk or whatever the case may be, and you just like see them all sitting there. They look good. I love the packaging. It's just amazing. I can't wait for my room to be redone. That way I can just put this on its own stand. It's absolutely beautiful, along with my gold jewelry. You guys will see that on my live. Like, I always like, I love my gold jewelry. Like, and then my infamous pearl earrings that everybody was asking about. Don't have any on today. I'm just actually rushing. I gotta run a lot of errands. Never buy your Christmas gifts late, okay, guys? Don't be like me, okay? We should know that by now. When it comes to my heat damage and color damage journey, I tell you guys, do not be like me, okay? But anyway, let me go on. Surprisingly, it actually feels really good outside. Like, that's insane. I have a whole sweater on and didn't even think to check the weather because the past few days has been feeling like, who did it and why? This is why you don't do last minute Christmas shopping. But I'm going to be home soon, guys, where I'm able to do my hair for you guys. It shrunk up a little bit, but I have to go to the store, and I pray they restock the Jamaican black castor oil shea moisture because that is my bread and butter. But you guys do know during my live events, I tell you guys basically the replacements and the alternatives that you guys can use as well, but my go-to is that Jamaican black castor oil, okay? So I am going to go and grab a hold of that. I typically get this one right here because it's a whole lot bigger, and it's about $17.97, so about $18 probably and some change once it's rounded all up. I didn't intend on spending $20 today, but it's okay. I guess it'll last me probably about a whole nother month. I get that one, and then I get the Camilla Rose. Sometimes this is an alternative, you know, just in case like the Jamaican black castor oil is out of stock. You're gonna want to grab this one. The mask I was telling y'all about last night that I did with my deep conditioning mask is this one right here. It's really good for intense hydration and all that jazz. So this right here is what I get. I usually get the big bottles though. I think they changed their labels. They're actually like really pretty. But Shea Moisture has never did me wrong. I used to use this, but this stopped working for me for some reason. So I went into the deep intense hydration ones, like something that includes honey or Jamaican black castor oil for that strength and restore. And this is what really like, this is like my bread and butter, honestly. So those are all the ones that I use, honestly. People that were asking, and Donna's recipe, they do not have it in here because she's at Target. However, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. That way I can head out and get to doing my hair. After all that Christmas shopping, woo! I see why people start freaking a month ahead. My goodness. First year actually, you know, Christmas shopping, you know, first big girl job I would consider running my company. I'm now in a position where I can, you know what I'm saying, just enjoy the fruits of my labor and gift other people with nice things. So I'm going to start with this half of my head. And as mentioned before, I was going to show you guys my LCO method. So right now it's still a little bit damp from earlier when I was detangling it with my comb or whatever. Oh, look at that. But she is now about to go into some good old twist. It's like whenever I leave her out, that's when she likes to get all voluminous and stuff. Whenever I take her out, it's just falls just like this. So first and foremost, we are going in with our aloe juice I was telling you guys about. Super awesome, super duper convenient when it comes to retaining that moisture, retaining that length. especially during this winter weather. You're gonna hear me say that a lot because that's gonna be very, very important. Let me make sure I take off all my jewelry. Messed up. Okay, I think I do have a comb, rat tooth comb, so that's even better. I'm gonna change the angle of the camera. That way, there we go. So to make this easier, since it's already thickening up, I'm just gonna split it in half, just like this. Okay, just gonna split it in half, just like that. And I'm gonna turn around and take my hair tie, and I'm going to get the back end of my hair, and I'm going to start on this part. So I'm going to go ahead and do the LCO method on this part of my hair, right? So I'm going to mix it up, not wet it where it's like soaking wet. You're just going to mist her up to where she's damp, right? Where she's damp. And after all of this, y'all going to see me go in with my hair dryer. Well, I'm going to direct you how to do it because I'm not going to record myself under the hair dryer, but I apply heat. That way the product is just not sitting on top of my hair. So it's wet enough. I got my stuff on there. I blend it on in there. Make sure it's sprayed on my scalp because aloe vera has great benefits. I also plop this in my hair oil for those who were wondering. I love aloe vera, the plant, the juice, all that jazz. As in like the aloe vera juice you put on your hair though. I know some people say, well, what about the aloe vera juice that you can drink? I don't think that's the same, but however, this right here has never did me wrong. So I'm actually going to take this piece because I'm making them smaller this time. That way they last a bit longer. For some reason, like whenever I do them bigger, it doesn't last as long, okay? And so, actually, I'm gonna wait out on parting it. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the method. Got it on my mouth. So, like I showed y'all at the store, I utilize the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil. Again, I'm giving you guys these ingredients because, not ingredients, but these products before I release my collection. That way you guys have something to go with for right now. But this one right here has never did me dirty. This original formula is amazing. Now I do sometimes add my own things to do some, you know, basically research and development on how I want my things to be. Adding my own ingredients and stuff like that. That way I know what to tell my labs so we can get that ball rolling for the final formulas. So I coat her in the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil. As you see, I'm starting from the ends and I'm working my way up because those ends are the most important. Okay, then I turn around, I take my oil, righty, she's almost gone. Okay, 1 or 2 drops. I'm just gonna do 1 this time, or maybe 2. Let me see. I'm gonna do 2. All right, and then I'm gonna oil my hair. So that is the hair growth oil. The link is located in my bio of my page so that you guys can have access to that oil. And again, if you're coming from TikTok, you know where that product is. It is located in the shop and it shouldn't be hard to find. So I actually, since I don't have any hair grease, what I'm going in with today, and so yeah, y'all should be fine. Let me see, twist locks. Okay, there we go. So, ready? Oh crap. So let me go ahead and push this to the back. And we're gonna start on this head. That way I'm not on it all night long. Enjoy the rest of the night with my family. Okay. Crap. That one's a little bit too small. Let me add some more. Because I don't necessarily focus on the parts. I just really focus on protecting my hair. And again, whenever I twist, I do it going like this way instead of the other way. So it's almost like I'm going backwards, but not really going backwards, you know what I mean? I think this part is like thinning out. Hold on, let me see. So it starts to stick up here. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going. You know what? No, this is not even. Sorry, y'all, give me a second. Okay, so this is getting in my face. And I just start like that. I just do my whole entire head just like that. So that whole section, I may go in with maybe a little bit of product as I go on, but not too much to where it's like overdoing it, you know? Whew. So just twist her up. That way she goes. I may make them a little bit bigger because I do not have time to do this all night. Let me make that tighter. My bad. Sorry. Because I hate like whenever I'm receiving like shedding. I just hate it. So I go backwards And again, the way you do it does matter because it'll help you style it better. So I wear mine like in like low buns most of the time. That way it's not in my face as I'm working out and stuff like that. And so yeah, so I'm gonna take this part. I'm actually gonna take my round tail comb, make it useful for today. I'm actually gonna put the other parts up so it doesn't bother me as much. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna split her into two, and I'm gonna do that for the whole entire section. So yeah. I need that mirror where it's like you can see all sides of your head. I think it's on TikTok Shop, but I can't remember where I found it. So I'm gonna do this part first because it's look like. So like I said before, as I go on the way, I'm just gonna continue to add more and more and more. I may spritz it a little bit, but I'm gonna do a big spritz at the end as well. Lock this joker up, okay? So yeah, I'm going. That's gonna be the original size. The front ones I always start small. That way, when I put them in those ponytails, it's not as like. It doesn't look like I had my twist in for about 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Whew. Okay. These twists have gotten longer though. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, you got longer. I haven't done my twist in what? Maybe 4 weeks, maybe even longer than that. Cause when I tell you my master's program, y'all, it's had me in a frenzy. Your girl was daggone, not stressed, I don't like using that word, but close to it. And it was just a lot, child. It was a lot, it was a lot, it was a lot. Oh, so I'm going to show y'all what I'm going in with because I don't have my grease that I usually utilize in order to put these twists in, because I don't use gel. I don't use gel whatsoever. I do like a beeswax lock twist type of method, and it smells like really, really good. It's called Natural Lock Molding Paste, and it's like made with natural beeswax. Marae's beeswax. I'm gonna show y'all just a second for natural hairstyles. More control, non-flaking. I just don't like gel because it flakes up, and as time goes on, it just looks bad and just poofy, and no. So hold on, let me show y'all just a second. My bad. Hold on, give me a moment. That way it holds longer too. So this is one. Oh, see, this is why I need this whole section like end up. Okay, let me see. Show y'all in just a second. Give me a second. So we are down 4. So I told y'all I'll take some time. So that's why I couldn't go live with y'all and do this, because I can't multitask. Because I know y'all be asking questions about the oil, and I be trying to do 2 things at one time. And I was like, you know what, freak it. We're just gonna make a whole YouTube video so y'all can keep rewinding it. But however, this is what I'm using. Okay, for that molding paste. That's what I'm using. Okay. So yeah, let me see. I may have to do that again because it look like, oh nope, that's the wrong section. Like it's coming loose. I think I have another hair tie somewhere around here, but I just don't know where it's at. And this makes it the process a whole lot easier, especially like whenever you have it in 4 sections and then you just do it by the section. Because when I tell you it's gonna take you all day if you do not do that. Because I used to do it in like halves, or I think my mom would. I don't know how she would do it, but she never did the 4 sections method. Like she just, I don't know what she did. Like she did that all the way up until when I was in high school. I'm gonna twist this up because this is blowing me right now. Get out the way. Oof. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn around and yep, that's how we're gonna section her off. Okay, and again, I like that size so it's good enough hair. That way it's not, I'm not on this head all night, because I do want to spend it with my family, spend time with my family for this Christmas holiday, or Christmas Eve. I don't know, I've been on live with y'all all week. So, yeah, I'll be okay for this one day. But anyway, here we go. I actually got a whole lot faster in doing this. My hand hurts, my lord. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with the other part. The next 2 weeks. And I gotta worry about falling apart. Whole nother section. Almost done with this whole section, okay? Like, you know, getting a little dry. Go down, all the way down. All right, we are now complete with this side. Now, if you want to, right, since I did add a little bit more moisturizer, this also adds extra hydration. I go in with our hair growth oil because it does have light oil and it's really good. Like I said before, for the LCL and the lock methods, you know, as that O. So like I said before, it's really good for the lock and the LCL methods because it is a very light oil. So if you want to utilize the oil for your LCL and lock methods, you definitely can. That way you don't have to go out and buy more oil. You know, because I did give you guys an option just to go get some sweet almond oil. Something very light, right? It's not going to weigh your hair down. So this is all the way complete. I don't know where my hair clips are. I think they're in my car. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I don't even know where to put this side of my hair. So I'm probably just going to twist this part up. That way it's not in my way as I'm getting to the back end. Like I used to think like, should I start, oh my gosh, should I start like in the back first or should I just start in the front? But as time goes on, I think next time I am going to start in the back only because it just gets more difficult and I can just throw this up like in a, you know, like in a ponytail and I can just get to the back. But this part I do a little differently. I do it by rows instead of like going down, like as in like columns, you can, as you can like describe it, kind of like a cross, and then I take that part and I just, alrighty. So going in again with the lead, well actually I gotta spritz it. Gotta spritz my hair. Make sure it gets on my scalp too. Like I said, aloe vera has great benefits all around. Final spritz at the end too. Okay, so just do that. Just make sure it's all damped out, and then I apply my leave-in conditioner. Again, this I sometimes break this up into sections because it's way thicker than the other side. It's a whole lot tougher to get the product through. I gotta do it like once or twice. See, I gotta break it up in sections just to make sure the product got on every section. So as I'm separating my hair though, I will be applying more, just a little bit, or I'll just be going straight in with the wax. But since I already put probably about now 3 dabs on, I don't think I'll need to. But yes, this right now. So I'm gonna take this part of my hair and I am going to twist her up. So I'm gonna try my best just to turn around this way so y'all can see as I'm twisting it down. I'm gonna lie with y'all, but other than that, I care as much as the front part. But I try to split it up evenly as possible. Not saying I'm gonna do it sloppy, because we not doing that. Okay. See where this hair has gotten. Ooh. Been on for 23 minutes. Dang, is my hair gonna grow back at that length past that by the next trim? That's honestly, I think, why I was skipping trims in the past. I was like, I want my hair to grow. You gotta make sure you keep up with those trims. That way you get them dead ends off and your hair can grow longer past, you know, where it was at before, and you just do what you need to do. There we go. So I was gonna turn my head so y'all can see. Make sure you do clean twist too, because it will get tangled, y'all. It will get tangled. So you wanna make sure. But I'm gonna see what it does, how my hair reacts once I just continue to. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Pause. So it's not, the part's not gonna be perfect. However, there we go. Can't show y'all where it's at, but see how nourishing and healthy those look, how bouncy that looks. It's because I'm abiding by my LCO method. So this can look like your hair too. Like, I'm not even lying to you. As soon as you apply the right methods, the right products, all that stuff to your hair, you're going to give it that right hydration. You're going to love on it, and it's going to love on you back. I promise you. Okay, so I am done with one half of my head, and it's time to tackle the rest. How like it's, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it down a night, or I'm probably just gonna put it up in a half of half down. But this is literally what she looks like after. Look at them, like they're just so healthy. Like, I don't even think the camera's doing justice of how healthy my hair looks right now. Just super beautiful. And again, I went in with that hair growth oil very last, because like I said before, I go by the LCO method, that being the liquid, then the cream, which is the leave-in conditioner, and then the oil. And I seal it all off like that, and I do not touch my hair until I mist it off, mist it again, like the, you know, the next few days, just to keep it moisturized and everything hydrated. Time for the other half of my head. Whoop-de-doo. Is this side way thicker? Wow. I definitely know I split that unevenly, but it's okay. That way I just get more done. Oh shoot. See, I can get to those, the roots first, and then get to the ends, and I work my way up. Don't want to damp it too much so it's overly wet and you just makes a big mess. Okay, so this is what I do. Rub it through there. Make sure she got through, and we're good to go. Okay, so I go in with the cream, that being the second step of the LCO method. And again, if you're a high porosity, you're just switching the C and the O. So you do lock method instead of the LCO method, alrighty? Make sure it's all through that. I turn around. I apply the hair growth oil. Alrighty? In this case, the hair growth oil is acting as a sealant. Alright? It's just acting as a sealant. I'm sealing it all off. Okay? I may do another splash of the oil. Seal it all off. Okay, so follow the exact same routine. Woo! I did in the front on the other side. Hello, it's not the best name. For the ones that do not know, my name is Diamond Monroe. I am the CEO and founder of Diamond Monroe Organics, and I'm going to tell you how I got here. So whenever I was 14 years old, I allowed my cousin that had locks, okay? Number one red flag, locks. Never allow somebody who has locks to straighten your hair, just for good judgment. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. There's some people out there that have locks that know how to straighten hair, you know what I'm saying? By all means, you know what I mean? You know, do what y'all do best, you know what I mean? If you know how to do hair, you know how to do hair. If you don't touch nobody's head. Alrighty, so my cousin, she was getting me prepared for a date, and my boyfriend and I, we had just broke up at the time. So it was like, you know, she wanted to make me, like, you know, get real. She wanted to help me get cute or whatever the case may be. And I decided to straighten my hair. So mind you, like, we blow dry my hair, we blow drying it or whatever the case may be. We prepping it, but we didn't have no heat protectant. We didn't have nothing. And so I'm sitting there like, you know, watching her go over the same strand multiple times over and over again. Now, mind you, we both didn't know what we was doing. Granted, we was in the 8th freaking grade. And I had never experienced, you know what I mean, never, like, really touched my hair with too much heat before. I don't even think my grandma has ever, like, used a hot comb on my head. And, or my mom. Like, quite frankly, I say grandma because, you know, it really be the old heads that be using that hot comb. My mom had never touched my hair with a hot comb. My hair was always in natural hairstyles, like, right? So, like, she was always putting it up into, like, lemonade braids. What they call lemonade braids now. I just use my own hair. Some type of cornrows, whatever the case may be, in them cute crowns, right, that would wrap around my head, like one braid. She would always do that. And so, I really never had experience with heat. So, we was going over the same strands, thinking we was doing it right. I'll never forget, it came out looking cute, but it was still a little poofy, and it wasn't like how the stylist did, so we just kept going over it. And so, from there, you know, of course, I had my little date, and then I went to my grandma's house after that, and by the time I got to my second set of grandparents' house, I tried washing my hair because I was tired of it being straight. And so, as I was trying to wash it, y'all, my hair would not poof back up. My hair would not poof back up, and I was like, oh, man. What is going on with my hair? And it was honestly every natural girl's worst nightmare. Now, I typically tell people, like, my hair was always thick, but it was never this long and voluminous and healthy. Like, y'all weren't able to see it, like, of course, in the beginning when I first took out my braids, but however you let that joker sit out for long enough, it gets very, very voluminous. And honestly, I had that, ooh, I got some product on my nose, but I have on my TikTok pages and on my Instagram pages, it's Diamond Monroe Organics. On Diamond Monroe Organics, you guys can go and look at what my hair really looks like whenever it's out or blow dried, whatever the case may be. But however, it's never been that long or thick or healthy. I'm gonna be honest with you, because volume, thickness, and length are 3 different things. People just like to pair them all together, and I'm like, that's so different. But however, you know, whatever, float your boat. But however, to get back to the story, whenever my cousin, right, she didn't know I had suffered heat damage, but I realized my hair was not reverting back, okay? And so I'm 14 years old, mind you. I have 14-year-old pockets too at that. And I was selling candy at school, but it wasn't enough money to even take care of the hair products during that economy. So you can only imagine how expensive it was, alrighty? And so I would go in the stores, would be on YouTube, how to recover damaged hair, and the products that were recommended, it just was not working for me. So I was like, you know what, I'm going the natural way about it, because I want to be able to put my hands on things, right, and be hands-on to, and be hands-on to what products I'm putting in my hair, even if it's raw foods. And so it gave me the opportunity to test trial. Now mind you, not test trial to make products for other people, test trial for myself. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just keep my hair in these protective styles, these 2-strand twists, and just be consistent with my remedies, right? So around like 2.5 years later, I turned around and I posted my hair on Snapchat this one day. And this was peak COVID. Now mind you, this is like 2 years had gone by, so I'm no longer in the middle school. I am now a sophomore in high school. So my freshman year of high school, my hair was kept in protective styles, like utilizing feed-ins, because I wasn't confident in my hair because of how it looked. My mom just kept it braided up, so I always wanted my hair done because I did go to a predominantly black school. And you know, when you go to predominantly black schools, it's a fashion show every day. So you got to make sure you know your P's and Q's. And so I took a picture of my hair and then I posted that on Twitter. And then I took a video of my hair and I posted that on my Snapchat. Now, mind you, my phone is away from me, and I just kept seeing people, to my remembrance, I kept seeing people like slide up my story, and they put in hard eyes, they put, oh my gosh, your hair, all this stuff, like how you grow your hair like that, all that stuff, because these people knew me from my city, even though it had been quite some time because of COVID. Like, they knew my hair was never that long, so they were asking me what did I do, and I was telling them, I said, oh, you can just throw this together, and then try this, try that, try this, They were saving it, but I'm gonna be honest with you, to my knowledge, I don't know how many people actually went out and did it, right, and made it themselves, because I know some people just don't want to do that. They just want to buy it off the shelves. But that wasn't my first thought. I just kept giving people my ingredients, and I was like, oh, here, just do that, do this, do that, Now, mind you, the ingredients that I'm telling them is present in the hair growth oil, okay, that's located in my website, on my website, it's diamondmonroeorganics.com, no www. And if you're from TikTok, just go on my shop and just purchase it from there. And I do have the link provided in my bio on my YouTube page if you guys are, curious about that. But however, anyway, so the story, as I continue the story, a light bulb went off on my head, alrighty, a light bulb had went off above my head. And I stopped giving people my ingredients. It's like, oh my gosh, this is your business. Now, mind y'all, everybody knows that I was a student athlete. So I always had dreams, okay, I'm going to the league. I'm going to be the next Asia Wilson. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, right? I had no idea, like, God had plans for me to be a whole self-care business owner. And I say self-care because I don't just do hair care products. I do skincare products as well. And so, yeah, I was honestly just had dreams going to the league. I never wanted to sell any products. And so about a month later, right, opened up my first Shopify store. I first started off as Rare Cosmetics. And I eventually changed my name because I just, it didn't suit well. And I just wanted something different. I changed it to Rare Self Care, the colors, the branding, and everything. And yeah, honestly, but no, let me say. So I started my first store, I want to say about a month after I was receiving all those texts. And y'all, I opened my store, I want to say at 12 a.m. I had an order before 12:01. Because like I said before, these people knew me and they knew how long my hair was. And so for it to get that long, they were super curious about what I did. And so I'm going to be honest with y'all, I was super nervous. I was entirely nervous because when something could work for you, but you don't know if it's going to work for other people. You know what I mean? You don't know. And so it's like, dang, like I give my people my hair products, like, is it going to work for them for real? Like, I was super nervous. And when I started seeing before and afters from people, I was like, well, daggone be. So honestly, my name grew around the community to people I did not know. And people were just buying it up. I was always sold out, and I'm always sold out now, thanks to you all, as my business has grown. But however, yeah, from there it was, you would think it's a happy ending, but I want to say my junior year, I decided to color my hair a lighter color that required for me to bleach it. As you can see, my hair is like a dark color. You would think it's black, but it's like a darker brown, and it required a lot of lifting. And so I lifted, I bleached my hair, and it turned around, it broke my hair off in a matter of months. Before I even got to college, right when I was graduating, my hair broke off tremendously, okay? Hair broke off tremendously. And I was back at square one. And at that time, the emotions were high, because it was like, how in the world did you get back into this position? And mind you, like, of course I got my mind off of like my hair whenever I grew it out from heat damage. But however, I knew it still took a little while to get me back there, and it was something I had never had before, so I was not a good steward over the hair that I had, right? Especially, like I said, when I recovered from heat damage. That hair, like, it was like the longest it had ever been, the strongest it had ever been. It was the thickest, the most voluminous it had ever been. I've never seen my hair like that, so I got too happy. And when you think you're invincible, that's when bad things happen. And so from there, I picked myself up out the corner. I was like, you know what, I made this bed, I'm just gonna lay in it. And I was just consistent with my product. Now, mind you, I was adamant, okay, on just solely utilizing my hair growth oil. Alrighty. So I was like, okay, you know what? I know I sound desperate enough to just go and add things and do this, da 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 da. You know what I mean? Now, I did do like some self-care remedies too. Not self-care, but like some like herbal remedies as well, like with other products as I was styling my hair. But however, that's going to be given to you guys in the hair collection that's going to be released in 2026. So everything that I utilize, y'all will have access to. But when it comes to growth, right, solely this oil. And of course, I do have strength practices, that being what strengthens the strands of my hair. Of course, that mask that I did with you guys the other night on live, if you were not there, you're going to want to be there in the next 2 weeks when I do it again before my wash day. Because I believe it's so powerful and impactful, and you guys can learn a lot from that mask as I'm explaining it once I'm putting it in my hair. But really that makes up my story. So I suffered from 2 different damages. I couldn't catch a break, but it's not to say that that happened on its own. It happened because of the things that I did. So I typically tell people I ran into a whole lot of situations so that you can walk away from them, because I mean, that's what makes sense, right? Like, I did all these things just to turn around and tell you, hey, that's not good for your hair. Alrighty. And so now that I'm here and I'm in this position where my hair is fully grown back, and not to mention I accidentally I think in 2022, I trimmed my hair in layers. Well, I didn't trim my hair in layers, somebody else did. But he was only doing what I had told him to do, because that's what I thought I had always gotten, because my mom always handled things when it came to my hair. And I did it wrong. And so I was stuck with that. So all these things are irreversible. Heat damage, irreversible. Color damage, irreversible, all that. So it was like, dang, what do you do now? And yeah, so I had to be patient and grow my hair back out. So now it's like thicker, fuller, and healthier than ever. Like, these are some healthy full twists. Like, this is just beautiful. There's no more thin twists. So I had a season where, like, even though you know, I was upset about it, like, I would do my twists and they wouldn't be as thick as thick as they were in the past, right? It would just be super thin, and I would just keep it in ponytails, whatever the case may be. And I just be upset. Honestly, it was a wild ride, because there were times where I didn't even feel like taking my progress pictures over the months because of how long it was taking, because it was almost like my hair growth was stagnant. But what was happening is, since I had trimmed it in layers, it was harder for me to see the growth, because the growth is occurring in layers. So like the middle of my head could be growing, right? No, let's say the bottom of my hair could be growing, the bottom layer, but the middle isn't. But it's not to say the middle isn't growing, it's just I can't see. It's not as noticeable because it's not growing as fast as the bottom layer, because your hair grows in layers. And I had to learn that as well. So that is really my story. I don't really, you know what I mean? I typically tell people the solutions that I had became solutions for other people, because they saw what it did to my hair and they wanted to put their hands on it. And so they really, yeah, that's it, honestly. And so now I have a great customer base to where I can just do this thing full time. I am now an MBA graduate of the University of Tennessee. Before I continue the story, I'm going in with my aloe vera juice. Remember that LCO method, since I'm low porosity. And I'm going to spritz it right to where it's damp enough. I'm going to get it on my scalp first, really start with those roots. And then I'm going to mist it just like that, right? Where it's not dripping like crazy to where it's like too much, but it's just enough. And then I'm going in with the Shea Moisture leave-in conditioner, Jamaican black castor oil. Now, I do know it says dime size, but I'm be real with y'all. I love a coated shaft, okay? I love when my hair is just, I ain't gotta worry about it. Like, it feels moisturized, it feels good, look good. It's all good to go. And plus, I'll be sitting my hair under the hood dryer so that it doesn't sit on top of my hair shaft, since since I have low porosity. Now, you guys know if you have low porosity, that product will sit on your hair shaft if in turn you're not using any type of heat to the best of your advantage to really allow that the strand to open up, so that cuticle of the strand to open up. That way the product can be absorbed a whole lot quicker. So my low porosity girlies, the ones that's watching, I want you to know that all heat isn't bad heat. So what I do is I take a blow dryer sometimes. I don't know what my blow dryer is, that's why I'm going to use my hooded dryer today. But however, you can use heat to really allow that product to seep into those hair strands. That way it retains your moisture a whole lot better. Now high porosities, you don't have to do that as much because your cuticle is more open than the low porosity strands. All right, so I'm gonna start with the bottom layer. Make sure she's all coated up with the beeswax, that way it's not coming loose. And then I'm gonna twist her up just like that. Just that is what okay, she is all complete. So this is what your hair should look like. Okay, this is exactly how she should look. I mean, look at that bounce. Do y'all see that? Okay, I mean, she is gorgeous. Look at that. Okay. So that really concludes and makes up my low manipulation style twist. I pray that was helpful for anybody. And again, I went by the LCO method. So I went in with the liquid first, then the cream, leave-in conditioner, and then the oil. As I went on, y'all saw me adding more product to some of the strands because some of it was like drying out as my hair was out. So like I told y'all, I have very kinky textured hair. So whenever it's out and I apply my LCO method early on, it just dries out as the time goes on. So again, I pray that was helpful for you all. And the olive oil is located in my bio on my YouTube page. If you are just now subscribing me from here, hello, welcome to the Diamond Monroe Organics family. Along with the Diamond Monroe family, you just want to keep up with my lifestyle. Anybody that's interested, the hair growth oil that for anybody that's interested, the hair growth oil that was utilized during my LCO process is located in my bio. Click that link that says diamondmonroeorganics.com. And if in turn you just want to go on your own safari or Google or look it up, just put in diamondmonroeorganics.com, not www. Something else would completely pop up. If you are coming from TikTok, you can honestly just go in the shop and just purchase it from there like you've been doing. And if you're coming from Instagram, again, that link is provided in my bio. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It was so much fun taking y'all throughout the day with me, and I'll see y'all next time.